Why India doesn't have nuclear aircraft carriers? Well, India is building a formidable navy of 3 aircraft carriers. While there are only operational aircraft carrier is INS Vikramaditya. There is one more undersea trials after construction at Cochin shipyard. Both these carriers have petroleum-based traditional engines. India had initially planned that the third one should be nuclear supercarrier. But after deliberation, this plan was dropped. Russia had offered to build a nuclear aircraft carrier for India, which India politely refused. Nuclear carriers have been the mainstay of the US Navy for a while now. Typically, a nuclear aircraft carrier has an operational lifespan of 90 years and can operate continuously for 25 years without any refueling. Still, India has decided not to go a nuclear aircraft carrier. Why? Let's discuss. Aircraft carriers became an inevitable part of the American defense strategy after World War II. In its eagerness to prove that they are the world's true superpower, the US was spending billions of dollars in developing advanced weapons. Initially, the focus was mostly on bomber plans, and hence the Air Force was given higher priority. It was only after the Korean War that they realized the importance of aircraft carriers. The American aircraft carriers acted as floating bases off the coast of Korea, thousands of kilometers away from their soil. The aircrafts that took off from these carriers dealt severe blows to North Korea. Later on, aircraft carriers became an integral part of the United States Navy and are now viewed as projection of its might. According to the international laws, an aircraft carrier is treated as the sovereign territory of the nation that is operating the carrier. It can sail up to 21 km from the coastline of the another country without any special permission. Yet, neither can they be approached nor allowed to fly over without permission. Therefore, an aircraft carrier is indeed a floating defense base. The world's first nuclear aircraft carrier, the USS Enterprise, was commissioned by the US Navy in 1961. During the 70s, they commissioned bigger Nimitz-class nuclear carriers. In the last decade, they have also commissioned even bigger and more advanced Ford-class carriers. Currently, the US Navy has 10 Nimitz-class carriers and 1 Ford-class carrier. Since these carriers are powered by 2 nuclear reactors, each with a capacity of 550 megawatt, they can operate continuously for 25 years and have an unlimited range. With a displacement of over 1 lakh tons, they can accommodate about 90 aircrafts. This is also the reason why the world's second largest air force is that of US Navy, right after the US Air Force. While aircraft carriers have several advantages, they really don't suit India's situation. The main reasons are the costs involved and the time taken to commission them. It took $13 billion and 12 years for the US to build the USS Ford. Besides, its daily operational costs alone are to the tune of $1.5 million. Once a nuclear carrier reaches the end of its life, it's a really costly affair to dismantle it. For example, the world's first nuclear carrier, the USS Enterprise, was decommissioned in 2012, but it's still not fully dismantled. To scrap the nuclear reactor inside, it costs around $1.5 billion and more than 10 years. Apart from America, only France uses nuclear aircraft carriers. Besides India, Russia and the UK too have considered nuclear carriers for their navies. But they too have scrapped such plans considering the huge costs. Not only can the US afford aircraft carriers, they also go hand in hand with the US military strategy. America has cordial relationships with its immediate neighbors. Their adversaries such as North Korea, China, Iran are all far away from their own soil. The unlimited range of these carriers enable them to operate freely, closer to the enemy's territory for years. On the other hand, India's adversaries are all close and share land borders with her. To defend her territory and to protect her interests, traditional aircraft carriers are more than enough. Arabian Sea to the west, Bay of Bengal to the east, and Indian Ocean to the south are primary operational zones of Indian Navy. What India needs are highly efficient aircraft carriers that can be operational in the next 10 years. Spending billions of nuclear aircraft carrier is not at all ideal. Once INS Vikrant and INS Vishal enters the service along with INS Vikramaditya, the Indian Navy will be in much better position to defend India's interests in our region. Let us all wish our forces continue to further national security interests through the optimal use of resources. Jai Hind.